Hey, welcome back. It is Wednesday, March 5th. A lot of news happened today, actually. So, let's start off with the big one. I guess it's the big one. We have NASCAR Countersuing 2311, Front Row Motorsports, and Curtis Polk. This is all going to be paraphrased. I didn't feel like reading it all because listening to someone read is somewhat boring, in my opinion. So, paraphrasing. There's NASCAR stating the teams join together to collectively demand a larger share of the pie. Right there. What? Yeah, no kidding. More should have joined, or not signed, in my opinion. They say they had a gun to their head. They said it was like dealing with the Nazi regime, but they signed anyway. They had a choice not to sign. Two teams did it anyway. But they're saying that they collectively demand a larger share of the pie and join together. Yeah, no kidding. Like, that's how, if there was a union, that's what they would have done. All the teams would have done if there was a union. They would have collectively joined together. That just hilarious to me that was the first claim. And then they continue to go on, once again, paraphrasing here. NASCAR claims they were harmed during the collusion, which resulted in reputational and brand damage at a time that was very important to revenue because they were going through TV talks and media rights, and now they have to defend something they didn't want. They didn't want this model, so now they're defending charters, which they're perfectly fine with getting away with, or would be content not to have. And then there's some more in there. There's kind of just a bunch of gibberish and nonsense going back and almost saying the same stuff over and over, how they tried colluding with other teams, and this is where Curtis Polk gets involved. He was, once again, this is paraphrasing, summarizing, he was like basically working behind the scenes, pulling strings. He was going to teams, trying to get teams to boycott required meetings under the old charter last year. He went and talked to TV stations, I guess it just said media outlets, to try to damage NASCAR's reputation so they wouldn't be able to get sell their media rights. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. Which to me that doesn't make sense. Why are you trying to you're trying to get, I don't know who he met with. I'm assuming it's Fox, NBC, Amazon, whoever, CW. Why would you talk to them and not want them to sign the rights to NASCAR? Like, you want the product on national TV. You're not helping yourself. And if you're trying to lower the price, you're not helping yourself and trying to get a bigger piece of the pie. If anything, you want them, like, hey, you need to pay NASCAR this much money. Then it helps your argument, like, hey, look at what they got. They're getting this much. We need more of that. First, I don't know, that just doesn't make sense to me. So, Curtis Polk doing that. NASCAR's lawyer said, once again, paraphrasing what he said, there would be no path to settlement. Like, we're taking this to the end. And one result could be, if they lose, they will just get rid of the charters completely. Which I'll have to do another video on charters, because charters to me it just doesn't make sense. But I did find this out that the teams that have charters, that original teams from 2016, they have the charters for free. They got the charters for free. And now they're selling them for $40 million, which I understand we're getting a different charter video here real soon. I think I'll do it in the next few days. I just got to do some more research. Anyway, so they can get rid of the charter system completely. So you got Stuart Haas, not Stuart Haas, 2311. They just got Stuart Haas's charter. Spire got the other one. And I'm assuming they kept the third. They have 3 or 4. They have 4. So I don't remember who got the third right now. Yeah, so these teams that bought charters could be out. So who? Spire paid $40 million for BJ McLeod's charter, Live Fast Motorsports. If NASCAR wins or lose, if they lose, they could just get rid of charters completely. I think that was the option if they lost. They'll just get rid of charters. So now you have Spire Motorsports and their investors, whoever put that money up, just out $40 million. Tough. Anyway, so Jeffrey Kessler, the lawyer for 2311 Front Row, once again paraphrasing here, today's counterclaim is meritless distraction, desperate attempt to shift the attention from its monopolistic actions. And if you look at what NASCAR is claiming, it makes sense. It has really nothing. There's nothing there to, like the opening statement. The teams joined together collectively to demand a bigger piece of the pie. That's your only argument, and then that you didn't want charters to begin with, and you're just be happy to get rid of them. That countersuit doesn't make sense. Oh, they do want to end the injunction that allows 2311 and Front Row to race as charter teams, which charters is something else. In other news, moving on. Not so good day for this driver. Austin Cindric was penalized 50 points and fined $50,000. He went from 11th to 35th in points. He is only ahead of Ty Gibbs as full-time drivers. That's not good. I feel like that is really egregious. 50 points to go from 11th to 35th. I mean, even if you did 25, I think he would still be in the top 25. So he had to run consistent, and he could still point his way in to the playoffs. But we do have the win and you're in format, so the season's not over. I do believe he's capable of winning. We got Talladega and Daytona left. We saw how good they are. Oh, and Atlanta. Atlanta's in June. So he's got 3 good chances. We saw how good they ran the last 2 weeks, although it's going to be completely different weather and all that at Atlanta, so who knows how good he's going to be. He's still got a chance to win. I do believe he can win and get in, which, once again, here we go. I guess it's not the same. It's kind of the same as the Harrison Burton thing. We have a car that's, points-wise, I'm going to say he could probably point his way up to 25th, maybe 20th in there. I'll say 25th easily. So he can point his way up, depending on when he gets his win. I'm calling it right now, folks. I'm telling you he's going to win. He's going to, but let's say it's not that good of a year. He stays 25th or lower. Let's say he wins at Daytona, which Daytona is back to being the final race of the regular season this year. Are we going to look at the same way as Harrison Burton? Like, we know he's a capable driver. He just got a penalty, and now he's batting low in points. I don't know. Penske was not fined. And nothing happened to Penske. It was all Austin. And I listen to a few podcasts because Wednesday is my podcast day at work. Freddie is, if you listen to DBC, you know who Freddie Kraft is. He's a right rear is a right rear, which NASCAR, or was it NASCAR? Hauler Talk. Yeah, Hauler Talk. I'm assuming that's a podcast. I just heard about it today. I'm going to have to look into that. But they said basically he wasn't suspended because they were going at slower speeds. No caution came out, and he didn't hit the wall. Which I guess I get that. I know Freddie, other people, right rear is right rear. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I mean, some of you are going to say it doesn't make sense and it's completely different. But if you're going 56 mile an hour down the highway, not interstate, highway, speed limit is 55, you get pulled over, you get a $200 ticket, you're not going to think that's fair. You're going a mile an hour over the speed limit. Well, he wasn't at Charlotte doing 140, 130. He wasn't at Kansas doing 150, 140. And he didn't slam into the wall, driver's side first. He kept racing as far as I know, so he wasn't injured. So, yes, I feel like 50 points is too high, but I don't feel like it deserved a suspension. And yeah, we just go on from there. Yeah, simple solution. Don't right rear hook someone. We get it. He's frustrated. He's been running with top talent the last 2 weeks and got wrecked. Now he's running in the pack with the squirrels and he gets wrecked, and he's just tired of getting wrecked. You know, it's kind of like NASCAR. We're tired of people disobeying the law, so we're dropping the hammer on somebody. We got to make an example. Well, I'm not saying he made an example out of Ty Dillon, but somebody had to get dealt with. And moving on to a happy driver, Chase Briscoe wins his appeal. He moves from, he's 40 something, but since they don't count part-time drivers or one-offs, he went from 36 in points to 15th. He got 100 points back, and he gets playoff points back, 10 playoff points back. JGR, obviously, well, I guess, yeah, they got him back. They were temporarily taken away. 100,000 was JGR supposed to be fine, and they're supposed to lose 100 owner points and 10 playoff points, and James Small was going to have a 4-week vacation, but they ended up winning. So Briscoe went from being in a has-to-win situation, because he was 90 something points out of 16th, so he was just no chance in pointing his way in, to now Cindric is in a has-to-win situation. And that's all we have for this video. Take care. Till the next one.